Getty. Eddie Jones appeared satisfied with the England and Wales joint session after all the hype. The Battle of Bristol, as the skirmish had been billed, passed off without any need for referee Nigel Owens to reach for his cards. There was a competitiveness to affairs understandably. These were two international packs growling at each other after all, but the dark predictions of matter versus antimatter explosions never came to pass. The two sides' players chatted amicably together after a short but sharp session with Eddie Jones already thinking ahead to who else might be useful to lock horns with in his quest to upgrade England's forward play. Eddie has mentioned potentially going to Georgia, said England scrum coach Neil Hatley. If we can set things like this up, I think it's massively important to expose the players to different opponents they would scrum against normally. We want to make training as competitive as possible, so the unfamiliarity of this made this session different. Obviously it was against players we don't come up against week in, week out. We're not the best scrum in the world and we need to be. In order to challenge in a World Cup, the set piece has to be dominant and that's where we are looking to get to. I think we can get 15–20% better. TBC would be a long trek for a session like yesterday's. It lasted just 40 minutes and consisted of 12 scrums and 18 line-outs before England returned to their Penny Hill Park base and Wales headed back over the Severn Bridge. There was no mauling to speak of either. Still, both parties felt it had been worth the price of the petrol in terms of their preparation for this weekend's tests against Argentina and Australia respectively. It was something we've never done and there was that extra edge because we were going up against a national side, said Wales number 8 Taulup Faletau. They were players we're not used to going up against and with the quality they've got it was about making sure we did our bits right. Getty. Taulup Faletau enjoyed scrumming against the England pack in training. He think there was an equal balance in the scrums there. We had some good ones, they had some good ones. You know what scrums are like. I don't have a clue what's happening myself most of the time. Different sides have different triggers and timings at the set piece, and if you don't know what is coming or when, it makes training a whole lot more match-like. That was the point of the exercise for the two sides, to place them in a discomfort zone. So, with no body bags required afterwards, will the two foes do it again? Well, if they do, they will probably choose a different venue. Clifton College won top marks for style but not for the playing surface. The £24,000 per year fees charged by the public school that educated W.G. Grace and John Cleese do not appear to be going into ground maintenance. It was probably a draw because unfortunately the pitch gave way, said England prop Dan Cole. The pitch was quite heavy, so after the first engagement, as soon as there was any movement, it gave way. We got what we wanted out of it in terms of setup and engagement. Up to the point where you had to move your feet, it was good. As limitations go for an international sporting practice facility, that is a fairly serious one.